Get ready to have your world shattered. Carl Jung, the fearless master who cracked open the human soul, dug up a secret about women so dark, so primal, it's been hidden from you your entire life. This isn't just about her. It's about the invisible trap that's been strangling your heart, making you chase a lie you didn't even know you believed. Once this truth hits you, there's no going back. You'll be glued to the edge of your seat, pulse pounding, desperate to know, what have I been missing all this time? Picture this, a woman's eyes lock onto yours. You feel the heat, the intensity, the promise of something profound. You think she's seeing you, the real you, but Jung's scalpel cuts deeper. She's not seeing you. She's seeing a projection, a fantasy she's crafted in the crucible of her unconscious mind. Every woman carries an inner masculine image Jung called the Animus, a shadowy archetype that shapes her desires, her judgments, her entire perception of men. And here's the gut punch. When she looks at you, she's not loving you. She's loving the role she's cast you to play in her private theater. This isn't conscious manipulation. Most women don't even know they're doing it. The Animus is a silent puppeteer, pulling strings they've never questioned. It's why she'll chase a dangerous man who sets her soul on fire while dismissing the stable one who'd give her the world. It's why she'll argue with venom over nothing, dominate without reason, or cling to moral superiority while dodging accountability. Jung didn't mince words. When the Animus is immature or unchecked, it's a tyrant. It possesses her, turning her into a vessel for a fantasy you'll never fully grasp. Because it's not about you. It's about the myth she's been weaving since childhood. Now, let's turn the mirror on you. Why do you fall for it? Because you've been conditioned to crave her gaze, to see her approval as a measure of your worth. You mistake being desired for being known. You hear her whisper, "You're different," and you believe it, not realizing you're just the latest actor in a script she's been rehearsing for years. And when you inevitably fail to live up to the invisible role, when the mask slips, she doesn't rewrite the story. She replaces you. You're left reeling, humiliated, wondering what you did wrong. But here's the brutal truth Jung laid bare. You didn't do anything wrong. You just stopped being convincing puppet. Jung called this trap projection, and it's a thief. It steals reality and replaces it with a mirage. You think you're in love, but you're in a transaction, trading your authenticity for a fleeting spotlight in her fantasy. And the kicker? You volunteer for this. You mold yourself into the shape you think she wants, obedient, predictable, available, because you fear solitude more than you fear being fake. Jung saw this as the ultimate self-betrayal. Men who ignore their own psychic growth become slaves to the feminine animus, bending like clay to fit a mold they'll never truly fill. Here's where it gets wild. The feminine instinct, Jung observed, isn't drawn to comfort or predictability. It's magnetized by mystery, by risk, by the man who defies definition. The moment you make yourself fully known, stripping away your boundaries, your backbone, you don't become more lovable. You become invisible, disposable, replaceable. Women sense this on a primal level, even if they can't articulate it. The very traits you think will win her heart, compliance, eagerness to please, are the ones that make her lose attraction. Why? Because a man without edges, without a core, is no man at all. He's a shadow, a prop, a ghost. This paradox is the hidden dynamite in Jung's work. The Animus craves a man who can't be tamed, not because women are cruel, but because the unconscious feminine seeks a force strong enough to match its own intensity. A man who surrenders his sovereignty to please her doesn't just lose her respect, he loses her desire. And yet, most men double down, chasing validation harder, performing louder, only to find themselves further from the truth. Jung didn't leave you helpless. He offered a way out, but it's not for the faint of heart. He called it individuation, the lifelong, soul-scorching journey of becoming whole within yourself. This isn't about lifting weights or mastering pickup lines. It's about facing the parts of yourself you've buried, the weak, the insecure, the broken. It's about sitting in the silence of your own mind until the illusions crack, until the voice that screams you're nothing without her finally dies. Individuation is lonely, terrifyingly lonely. As you walk this path, you'll see the games people play, the masks they wear, the lies they tell to feel safe. You'll become a mirror, reflecting truths others don't want to face. They'll call you cold, arrogant, too serious. They'll accuse you of being the problem. But you're not the problem. You're the threat. A man who's faced his own shadow can't be seduced by projection. He's no longer a puppet. He's the author of his own reality. Here's the forbidden wisdom Jung's work whispers to those brave enough to listen. You don't become a man by being chosen. You become a man by choosing yourself. Your worth isn't earned through her affection. It's forged in the crucible of standing alone, fully awake, fully alive. When you stop seeking validation, something miraculous happens. You become untouchable. Women who once held power over you, those who could twist your soul with a glance, lose their grip. They'll call you emotionally unavailable, too analytical, too distant. But what they really mean is they can't control you. You've stepped off their stage. You've burned their script. And here's the cosmic irony. When you no longer need women, they are drawn to you like moths to a flame. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're real. You're rooted, grounded, a man who doesn't bend to fantasy. You become the mystery the Animus craves, not through manipulation, but through authenticity. You don't chase. You don't perform. You stand. And in that stillness, you attract women who've done their own work, women who don't need a savior, but a partner, women who face their own animus, burn through their own illusions, and stand whole in their own truth. This is the rarest, most dangerous kind of love Jung hinted at, a love born not of need, but of freedom. It's not the desperate clinging of two incomplete souls trying to fill each other's voids. It's two whole beings, raw and real, choosing to walk side by side without masks or games. She won't demand you perform. You won't demand she save you. You'll look into each other's eyes and see not a fantasy, but a mirror, a reflection of truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. But most men will never taste this. They'll settle for the performance, the fantasy, the temporary high of being someone they are not. Why? Because facing yourself is harder than facing her rejection. It's easier to blame women, to call them manipulative, shallow, or broken, than to ask the question Jung would burn into your soul. Why did you choose to play the fool? By the way, I've got something very special for you. Sigma's Black Book of Untouchable Power. It's an e-book that contains a forbidden secret knowledge that will turn you into the man others fear and respect. Warning, this will be deleted soon. The elite don't want you to see this. Grab it in the description section or pinned comment below. Let's continue. Now, here's how to break the chains. Enough theory, let's get real. Here's how you start this journey now. 1. Sit with your silence. Spend 10 minutes a day alone. No distractions. No phone. No music. Just you and your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I afraid to face? Write down what comes up. Don't judge it. This is where the cracks in your mask begin to show. 2. Stop performing. For 1 week, say no to anything that feels like a compromise of your truth. If she wants you to be someone you're not, walk away. If a situation demands you shrink yourself, leave. Notice how it feels to prioritize your integrity over approval. 3. Face your shadow. Pick one trait you hate about yourself, your insecurity, your anger, your neediness. Instead of hiding it, explore it. Journal about where it comes from. What childhood wound feeds it. This is the raw material of individuation. 4. Choose yourself daily. Every morning, look in the mirror and say, I am enough. Not as a cheesy affirmation, but as a declaration of war against the voice that says you need her to be whole. Act from that place all day. 5. Seek the real, not the ideal. Stop chasing women who dazzle you with grand gestures or promises of completion. Look for the ones who challenge you to grow, who don't need you to play a role. They are rare, but they're out there. The final warning, the world doesn't want you free. Jung knew the individuated man is a threat, not just to women's fantasies, but to society itself. A man who can't be controlled by approval or fear is a walking revolution. People BS resent you. They'll label you distant, selfish, unlovable. But they are not hating you. They are hating the mirror you become. Keep going. The path is lonely, but it's the only one that leads to freedom. You're not a victim. You're not a puppet. You're a man with the power to rewrite your story. But you have to choose it. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not when she finally sees you. Now. Because the longer you wait, the deeper the illusion grows, and the harder it is to break free. So, what's it going to be? Another performance, or the terrifying, exhilarating truth of who you are? Jung's waiting for your answer. And deep down, so are you. If you're still watching till now, congratulations. You're among the 1%. I have something powerful for you. Sigma's Black Book of Untouchable Power. It's an e-book that contains a forbidden secret knowledge that will turn you into the man others fear and respect. But this will be deleted soon. The elite don't want you to see this. Grab it in the description section or pinned comment below. See you in the next one.